This is Mite Infestations in the Fall. Thank you for watching. I am Kevin England. We'll start the lesson with a reminder of the imperative that we raise clean winter bees. To achieve that objective, we need to examine varroa mite population trends in the fall and also acknowledge the potential for colonies to return from foraging trips with mite infestations from remote hives. In this lesson, we will also take a moment to review fall treatment options and discuss some tactics that beekeepers can employ to proactively have clean bees in the spring. It is here that we reinforce the critical concept that winter bees lead to colony survival for overwintering, and they are created during the summer and fall. One of the most important principles for succeeding as a beekeeper is maintaining a viable colony to protect our bees during this critical window. Of course, it goes without saying that public enemy number one are varroa mites, and they can be impactful, especially during the critical window when all of the harm inflicted falls upon the worker population. For this reason, it's imperative that we remain vigilant to mitigate any impactful harm that comes from varroa mites during this time frame. It needs to be recognized that when the colony kicks in after the summer dearth to rearing additional population for winter, that varroa mites also see a resurgence in population rebound, and given this dynamic, it is prudent to continue to monitor your mite populations in your colonies and make sure that you keep them in check. It is a simple truth that colonies that endure varroa mite infestations will bear the brunt of harm during the summer months. Whether it's a feral colony living in your neighborhood, which of course is untreated, or colonies managed by some other operation or one of yours that got out of control, they're all within the flight path of your bees. Opportunities present for your bees to be exposed to the risk of infestations when interacting with colonies that are compromised due to varroa mite infestations. Your mite monitoring results may remain relatively low throughout the season and then without any warning suddenly turn up an unexplained jump in varroa mite populations within your apiary where you as the beekeeper had been keeping everything in control. This is prevalent enough to warrant an acknowledgement of the potential and a caution to you to be on the lookout for this dynamic. Given the recognition of what was just acknowledged, it stands to reason that it's in our best interest to monitor the health of our colonies we oversee and ensure that they do not experience harm. We should be proactively monitoring our colonies and taking corrective actions if varroa mite thresholds exceed acceptable norms. We would remind you that the Varroa Mite Management Guide on the Honeybee Health Coalition website is a very useful resource if you find yourself in need of trying to design a treatment protocol during the summer and fall periods. It's relevant to share that tactically some beekeepers practice a proactive mite treatment program in the fall months so that the colony bees encounter lower varroa mite problems during winter. This serves two purposes. It ensures that colonies are not compromised by mites in late summer and early fall, and it's a preemptive strike against mite impacts in the spring. It assures you that colonies are especially set up to have low mite thresholds coming the following spring, which helps them get to summer without mite impacts. Part of the strategy for treating during this window comes with the practical fact that when the queen is not laying as many eggs, the overall quantity of capped brood cells present in the colony is lower. And treatments to kill varroa mites are more effective when the varroa mites are resident on the bees. It also should be noted that some treatment regimes specifically are administered when there is little to no brood in production. This is more relevant for fall into winter, but some beekeepers use these style treatments during the late summer dearth. This lesson covers honeybee and varroa mite interactions during summer and fall, and that a beekeeper must not let their guard down. In the next lesson, we'll talk about propping up weak hives, how to convert a stack to a winter footprint, and a few topics that cover the storage of equipment during winter and protection from wax moths. If you have questions about this lesson or anything else involved with what you have going on, you can ask at our next online session. You can also send an email to the address on the slide. If you're watching from YouTube, you can leave a comment below and make sure that you subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next lesson.